Okay, first of all, for the computer restriction or for the time restriction, first of all, we have to create user. Start, go to program from their admin tool and select Active Directory users and computers. Okay, I'm just going to create multiple users, 1, 2, or 3 users, and then going to block this user to login. So right click, select new, and from there I'm going to create a new user. Right click, new user, and from there I'm going to create a new user with the name of Ali. Assign a password. Now a user has been created with the name of what? With the name of Ali, a user has been created. Again right click, select new, and then I'm going to create another user with the name of, for example, Jawad. Two users have been created. Now go to the client machine. These client machines are having what? If you are going to just check it out, the name of this computer. So how to check it out? Go to command prompt and from there type out host name. Name of this computer is what? Client 1. And go to the other computer and check it out, the same. Now this is client 1, and on the second computer we are going to check it out. What is this host name, computer name? That is what? That is client 2. Or you can check it out from here. Just right click over the computer, go to properties, and from there check it out computer name. So this is what? Client 2. You can see that. Now how to do? I'm just going to block a user. First of all, I'm going to what? This user Ali. If I'm going to log in on the client machine, I'm going to log off this computer and then log in with that username. Who is the user? Ali is the user. I'm just going to log in for the first time with that user on this computer. Ali is the user and just assign a password of Ali. Now Ali is allowed to log in on this computer. And again on this computer we are going to log off, and on this computer we are going to log in with the other user. That is what? That is Jawad. Jawad is the second user. Now he is allowed to log in. But first of all, just check it out that Ali has been logged in on this computer. Now this is user Ali. You can see that the username is Ali, and he is logged in on what? On computer number means this computer, and this is what? This is client 1. Client 1. Now, for example, if you want to block this user to log in at this time, or for example, if you want to allow user to log in at this time, so what to do? First of all, this time must be the same. Time must be the same. This is AM. I'm just going to change it up to what? Up to PM. Okay. Go to this, and for example, there I'm going to what? Right click on this user Ali. Right click on the user Ali. Go to what? Go to properties, and from there you can see there is a account tab button. There is what? An account tab button is there. I just want to do what? Log on hours, log on to. Log on hours, you have to select timing for this user. That this user is just allowed to log in at this time or this time. So what to do? Log on hours, and from there you have to select log on hours for it. So for example, I'm just going to allow this user to log in. This is the time from 6:55 p.m. is there. For example, so I just want to allow this user for a single hour or for 2 hours. So how to do? First of all, I'm just going to select the entire area and then going to log on denied. The entire area, the entire timing we have what? We have just denied it. Now I'm going to allow for how much hours? For 2 hours. From what to what? From 6 to what? From 6 to 8. From 6 to what? 8. But AM or PM. If I'm selecting this area, so this means AM. But I want to allow him now. This is what? This is PM. So I'm going to select this area. Now 6 to 8. These are what? These are the 2 hours. I'm going to allow from 6 to what? From 6 to 8 PM. And what to do? Log on permitted. Mean this user is just allowed to log in from 6 to 8 p.m. not a.m. 6 to 8 p.m. he is allowed to log in on the client machine. Now I'm going to OK, apply, and then again OK. Now for this we have to what, we have to refresh the policy, or you can what, you can go to what, command prompt, and there type what, gp update, group policy update, that this policy is going to be what, is going to be applicable. Sharada apply she, or otherwise you have to what, you have to restart your computer. Then this policy is going to be what, is going to be applicable. Now I'm going to what, going to the client machine, go to what, go to log off this user, and on the same user we are going to log in on the same computer. Again I'm going to what, I'm going to log in on the same computer with this user. Now Ali is allowed to log in because the time is what, from 6 to what, from 6 to 8 p.m. and at this time 6:57 p.m. is there. Means this user is allowed to log in at this time, but I'm going to what, I'm going to block this user to log in at this time. I want to block it. At this time he is allowed. So how to block? The same function is going to be used. How to do? Right click on what? Right click on the user, go to properties, from there account, and then what, log on hours. I'm going to what, I'm going to select the entire area, and then what, log on permitted, but just wanted to block it from 6 to what, from 6 to 8 p.m. So just log on denied. Now this is user is what, this user has been blocked to log in from 6 to 8 p.m. What's the block to? Log on what, log on denied. This void area means this is denied to log in at this time. Click on the OK button and then apply, and then again OK. Now go to it, go to update the policy, gp update. Now go to the client machine and log in with this username. Maybe at the first time it doesn't work, but if you are going to log off and then going to log in on the same computer, it's going to give you a message that your computer, your time has been restricted to log in at this time. Ali, you will receive a message, your account has been what, your account has time restriction, that what, that prevent you from logging on this time. Message, you got a message directly, your account has what, your account has time restriction that prevent you from logging at this time. Means at this time you has been blocked, your account has been blocked to log in from 6 to what, from 6 to 8. Is it clear? Again go over there, and from there if I'm going to log in with the other user, who is the other user? Jawad is the other user. Now Jawad is going to log in on this computer, but this computer name is what, this is client 1, and the second computer, this is what, this is client 2. Now for example, if you want what, if you want to apply a computer restriction on a specific user, so how to do? Just go over there. Now Jawad is logging on this computer. I just wanted to block Jawad to log in on client 1 or client 2. So how to do? Just Active Directory, user and computer, select Jawad user, then right click over it and then go to what? Go to properties. What to do? Again go to accounts, and from there select what? Allow. Log on to. Log on to what? I mean this user can log in onto what? Onto all computers. By default it's allowed to log in on all computers. But we want to block, this user is allowed to log in onto what? Onto the following computer. I mean this user is just allowed to log in on client 1. That is the computer name, client 1 and client 2. So this user is just allowed to log in on client 1. Just add this and then OK, apply, and again OK. Now update the policy from there. Go to the client machine. For example, this is client 1. If I'm going to log in with the Jawad user, so he is allowed. But if I'm going to what? Going to the second computer, and there I want to log in with the Jawad user, your account is configured to prevent you from using this computer. So Jawad is just allowed to log in on what? Log in on this computer. And this computer is what? This is computer number 1. So Jawad is just allowed to log in on this computer. I'm just going to check it out that this the computer name is what? Host name. I have just added client 1 for this user. So this user is just allowed to what? To log in on client 1. But if I'm going to go to what? To the second computer, and then I'm going to try to log in on this computer. but it's going to give you a message that what your computer is what your account is configured to prevent you from using this computer, because Jawad is just allowed to log in on client 1, not on client 2. Is it clear? So that is not allowed to log in on this computer. That is what that is called computer restriction. Is it clear? Can I hope that one is time restriction and the second one that is what? That is computer restriction. Okay, the next topic we have to discuss that is called disk quota. Disk quota are home folder. If you want to store all the user files on a single location, so then what we have to use? We have to use disk quota or home folder. First of all, we have to create what? Go to Active Directory user and computer. I'm going to create right click and going to create a new user. Right click in new user with the name of Haris. Next, here I'm going to assign a password. Now next and then finish. A user has been created with the name of Haris. This is first of all the user creation. Now what we have to do, go to open my computer, then C drive, and from there I'm going to create a folder with the name of, for example, right click in new folder with the name of, for example, ABC. Home ABC. Now right click on this folder, go to what? Properties. From there what we have to select, we have to go to sharing, and from there share this folder. But share this folder, again go to what? Go to permissions, and from there remove everyone. Now add the user you have to create it with the name of what? Haris. Go to advanced, from there find now and just click here in H. So Haris is going to be selected. Now click on the OK button. Haris has been selected. Click OK and give him what? Give him full control. Full control on this will cut, copy, paste, delete each and everything, and then apply. Again go to what? Go to add, then advanced, from there find now, and we are going to select administrator as well. So this is administrator, and thus click on the OK button and then again OK and give him again full control as well. Now this is what, first of all we have to create the user, then we have created a folder in the C drive, and we have shared this folder with the user and administrator as well. Now again go to what? Go to close this, and what to do? Start, go to programs, from there admin tools and Active Directory users and computers. Select that user you have created with the name of Haris, right click on it, and now we have to what? We have to assign that folder to this user. Go to properties, from there select what? Profile, and in the profile what is this? Connect to. Connect to what? Here you have to select any drive letter from D2 onwards, one of your specific drive letter, shared drive letter. That is what I'm going to select, Z. Now at this box we have to type the computer name on which we have created that folder, shared drive folder. So I have already created this folder on this computer with the name of what? With the name of ABC. But what is the name of this computer? So what to do? Right click on my computer, go to properties, and then there check it out. What is the name of this computer? The computer name is what? That is server. So what we have to do in this box, double backslash what? The computer name. That is what? Server. Again backslash folder name. What is the folder name? ABC. Again backslash. What is the username? To whom you want to assign this? So username, that is what? That is Haris. Is it clear? First of all, we have to connect. You have to select shared drive letter. Then in this box, double backslash computer name, on which we have what? We have created that shared folder. Then backslash folder name ABC. Then backslash username. Backslash forward slash. Then go to what? Apply and OK. Now just a single refresh, then go to the client machine and log in with that username. Who is the user? Haris is the user. Maybe on the first login it's not going to show you that share folder or file, but maybe just going to log off and then again log in. So maybe it's going to visit. Now I'm going to open my computer and go to, there is no shared folder, so just going to log out and again log in. First login माने करना क्या हो थोड़ी. Each and every policy is just applicable for next boot. Next boot means we have to restart, but we can't restart, so just going to it, log out for a single or two times. Now you will see that when you are going to open my computer, so there would be a shared drive, and that is that with the name of Z, and ABC folder would be there with the name of ABC on server. Now for example, I am going to open my computer, and you will see that there is a shared drive with the name of what, Harris on server, ABC Z. Z is the drive letter, ABC is the folder name, and server is the computer name, and Harris the username. If you are going to open it, right click here. I am going to create a folder with the name of what, with the name of hello. Now open this, and in this folder I am going to create a user. I am going to create what? I am going to create a text file with the name of, for example, Kardan. Open it, and then going to type anything, for example, welcome to what, to Kardan. Select, copy, and then paste. Now we have just created a folder with the name of hello, and in that folder we have created a file with the name of Kardan. Now this is what, this is the shared drive. I'm just going to close it, log off, go to the server computer. Now go to it, go to the server computer, open my computer, go to C drive. There we have created a folder with the name of what? With the name of ABC. Now if you are going to open this folder, so there will be another folder with the name of that user. Username is what? Username is Harris. Open it, so there will be a folder with the name of Harris. And each and everything that has been created by Harris in the shared drive of the client computer, that is what, a hello folder and a file, so that will be existed here. Hello, and if you are going to file Kardan, and the same, each and everything is here. So that is what, if you want to store all the user data, all the users files, and create the backup of users on a centralized location, so what we have to do, on server drive we have to create a folder, and then we have to share this folder with that user to whom we want to what, we want to share it, or to whom we want to store his file, his or her files on the server hard drive. So for that we are using what, we are using home folder. Again look it out. For example, I'm going to create another user, right click, and there I'm going to create a new user. Right click, new user, the username is, for example, Jamshed. Now assign a password, next, and finish. User has been created, but folder we have already created there. Go to it, open my computer. This is C drive, the folder is already there. If you want to create another home folder, so you can also create it. But I want to assign the same folder to this user as well. So what to do, right click, go to properties, from there select what, the folder has been already shared, just go to permission, and from there add what, the new user. Who is the user? Advanced. From there find now. Click J, Jamshed will be there, select it, then give him what? Give him full control on the same folder, apply, and then again OK. Again apply, OK. Now go to close this, go to what, Active Directory user and computers, right click on the same folder, right click on the user with the name of Jamshed, then go to properties, and from there again select what, profile. In the profile select, the drive letter is already there, just double backslash, the computer name, that is what, server, backslash folder name, ABC, backslash username, Jamshed. Now click on the apply button, OK, and then going to what, close this. And the next, for example, on this user, I'm going to log in on this computer with the username Harris, and go to the second client, and on this computer I'm going to log in with the second user Jamshed. Now on the previous computer you can see that the shared drive would be there. This is user what, user Harris on server ABC. If he is going to create another folder with the name of what, with the name of test, so you should just going to close it, go to the second computer, and if you in the first login the folder is there, you will see that. Now you can see that Jamshed on what, on server ABC Z. Now open it, and if there he want to create a folder with the name of what, with the name of, for example, Kabul. Open it, right click, and then new word, new text file, XYZ, and then he is going to type hello, copy and then paste. Hello, Levani Aka. Now going to close this. Two users at the same time. One is on one computer, the second one is on second computer. One is Haris, the second one is Jamshed. But both are going to store in the same folder. They are going to what? They are going to store their data. If I'm going to close this and go to what? Go to on that server computer. I'm going to log up these users. If you don't want to log in, so it doesn't matter. Go to what? Go to this computer, open my computer on the server hard drive, C drive, open ABC, Haris and Jamshed are there. Haris, so he's created a new folder with the name of test. And if you are going to open Jamshed, then the folder has been created by Jamshed with the name of Kabul. And if he is going to open the file, that is what XYZ. If you are going to open, no, hello. Is it clear? So that is what, for storing their files on a centralized location. So that's why it's called what? It's called home folder. उस पर यो सर्वर बानी यो फोल्डर में जोड़ कर दे जो सुमरम यूजर जुड़ी के अगर बात लॉगिन की के अंदर मखबूल फाइल स्टोर की. So that is what, to centralize, to store his or her files on a centralized location for the purpose of what? For the purpose of backup and recovery. Is it clear? So for each and every user, again you want to create a new user, so the same procedure is going to be used. You have to just create the user and then assign that folder. Creating a new user, right click and then new user, AQA, AKA, just AKA, no reason. Assign a password, next and then finish. Now what do we have to do? Go to what? My computer, C drive, ABC, right click, go to properties, and from there go to what? Sharing, then permissions, add what? Add the user, AQ, and then check name. Select this, OK, and then full control, apply, and then OK. Now close this, again go to what? Go to Active Directory, user and computers, just select the user, right click on it, and again go to what? Properties. From there select profile, connect to, the drive letter is there, just what? Double backslash computer name, that is server, backslash folder name, and backslash username. Now apply, OK, and go to what? Go to the client machine. Now user has been logged in. Go to what? Open my computer, and you will see there would be what? There would be a shared folder with the name of what? Aka on server ABC side. If he is going to store, so right click in new folder with the name of anything. For example, A B C D E F G H I J K L M. This is the folder. Go to close, log off, and if you will see what? If you are going to the server computer, open my computer, C drive, ABC, Aka is there now. Open it and the folder is also there. So that is the backup. But when we are going to log in on the client machine and we are going to store our files, so there is no limitation on the client to store their files for how much size. So if you want to apply a limit on the user, so that's called what? That is called disk quota. Disk quota means if you want to apply limitation on the users, that you are allowed to log in your files up to 1 MB, up to 5 MB, up to 10 MB, up to 100 MB, or up to 1 GB. So we are going to apply the limitation. If you are going to allow this user to store your files up to any limit, so for example on the server hard drive, we are having a 1 terabyte hard drive, and that user is going to store his file up to 10 or 50 or 100 GB. So there is no limitation. or we want to limit him, we want to restrict him, we want to bound him, that you are just allowed to store your files up to this much size. So for that purpose, we are using what? We are using this quota. And this quota is going to be applied on a specific drive, just like C drive or DRE drive. But on which partition, on which drive you want to apply this quota? For example, we are going to apply this quota on which drive? On C drive. So this partition should be what? This drive should be with NTFS partition. NTFS key. If there is a fate partition, file allocation table. So NTFS means this quota option would not be there. This quota option but alternate. So what we have to do? For example, we want to apply the limitation of these users. We want to what? We want to apply limitation of these users. So how to do? Open my computer and select the C drive. Select C drive. So right click on it and we want to give him to store his files on the C drive, but up to a specific limit. So what to do? Right click and go to what? Go to properties, and from there you can see the quota tab button is there. Quota by default is what is disabled. And when we are going to apply, so what we have to do? We have to just right click on the drive, then go to what? Go to properties. From there select quota. And the first option, that is what? Enable quota management. Enable quota management. And there is another option, that is what? Deny disk space to what? To user exceeding quota limit. But up to 50 MB will show you the 50 MB. If you are going to exceed the limit, so it will give you a warning message that there is no free space to store your file. So I'm going to what? I'm going to enable this checkbox. And how much space you want to give? 20 KB. So if you are going to MB, 20 GB, TB, petabyte, hexabyte. So each and everything is there. I'm just going to allow up to 20 KB. And then the maximum on set warning level up to what? Up to 15 KB. When you are going to exceed your limit from 15 KB, so it's going to give you a warning message that you are going to what? You are going to exceed your limits. You are just allowed to log in your files up to this much size. Is it clear? So then what to do? Just apply. And then for example, from here you can add a new user. Click on the quota entries and I want to add a new user. For example, quota entry, new quota entry. And who is the user? Advanced. And from there I'm going to what? Find a user. For example, I'm just going to find Aka. OK. And then again OK. And then 20 and 15 KB. User Aka at the rate of Kabul. OK. Now close it. Now, for example, I'm going to what? I'm going to log in on the client machine and the user is Aka. And for example, on the other computer, I'm going to log in with the other user, that is what? For example, Jamshed. Now, on this computer, we are going to log in with what? With the username Aka. Now, if I'm going to open this, that Aka on server ABCZ. Open it. And then we have already, I'm going to what? I'm going to create a folder here. This is the folder. I'm going to open, right click, and here I'm going to create a text file with the name of AB. Now open it, and here I'm going to type, for example, just welcome. Copy, Control C and V. Now close it. How much size it has? That is, for example, just 1 KB. Now I'm going to what? Control C and V. Copy paste. Go check so 15 KB namak ke zai. So going to what? Delete one or more files and then free the space because already a folder is there. So when you are going to what? You are going to exceed the limit. Delete one or more files so to what? To free the space. But if I'm going to what? I'm going to log in on the other user. On this computer, we have already logged in with Jamshed user. Open Jamshed user and then the same thing, right click XYZ is there, copy and then what? Paste. But again delete one or more files to free the space and then try again. Avoid this quota. Just specific drive, C drive, D drive, any drive. But that drive or that partition should be what? With NTFS partition. If it is a FAT 16 or FAT 32, so there is no quota tab button. When you are going to right click on the C drive or D drive and go to properties, so quota tab button would not be there. But if it is what? It is partition, it is installed with the NTFS file system. So quota tab button would be there, and you have to enable the quota management, and then the second checkbox, deny the space limit to exceeding the user quota. So we have to exceed then how much space you want to give him, 20 or 30 or 50 or 100 KB or MB or in GBs, then he is going to exceed the limit. So he will get a message just like the same that delete one or more files to free the space and then try again. There is no free space to store your files. Uh-oh. Now I'm going to log off. أخبرنا بكوي كنا السيرفر عم كيشاوي ده سر virtual machine شتا هذا سر 4K network شتا بس يتكوم ما محكي